आपको स्टार्टिंग वर्ड्स दिए हैं, हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट इज देयर फ्रॉम टेबल 2. ओके, सो पर्टिकुलर अफर्मेटिव का आपको यहाँ पे टेबल 1 में एग्जाम्पल दिखेगा, सम. Okay, that's what I wrote here, sum A R F. Okay, and particular negative का example है sum A are not F. Okay, some apples are not fruits. So you can see here some not की जगह many का भी इस्तेमाल हो सकता है. Both are the same thing. Okay, everyone, have you written down the second table? That is the most important.
Yes.
Okay, now let's see how to apply this thing. Okay, now before directly solving the questions, write down the 7 rules to solve questions based on syllogism. Okay, the first rule is that every deduction or every question, this is applicable only when you have 3 terms. Okay, आपको जो 2 स्टेटमेंट्स दिए जाएंगे उसमें टोटल 3 स्टेटमेंट्स 3 टर्म्स होने चाहिए. ओके, सो जैसे मैंने अभी लिखा था, सम एप्पल्स आर फ्रूट्स and oranges. Okay, so make sure that there are 3 terms. Now the middle term must be distributed at least once in the premise. Okay, so first of all, what is a middle term? Middle term is nothing but the term which is common between the two statements. Okay, so अभी जो मैंने एग्जांपल दिया था उसमें कॉमन टर्म था फ्रूट. Okay, so therefore that would be your middle term. नाउ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड का मतलब क्या है? तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड का मतलब है कि एटलीस्ट दो स्टेटमेंट्स में एक स्टेटमेंट में उस पे टिक आना चाहिए. ओके, सो विल सी व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड मींस you have to have one tick. Okay, let's see the third hint. If one premise is negative, then the conclusion must be negative. ओके, सो आपको 2 स्टेटमेंट्स दिए जाएंगे. 2 स्टेटमेंट्स में से एक भी स्टेटमेंट अगर निगेटिव है, ओके, निगेटिव मतलब क्या? तो उसमें वर्ड यूज होना चाहिए नो या फिर नॉट. ओके, इफ दीज 2 वर्ड्स आर यूज्ड, देन द कंक्लूजन शुड आल्सो बी अ नेगेटिव कंक्लूजन. ओके, सो दिस इज थर्ड रूल. Fourth rule is, if one premise is particular, then the conclusion must also be particular. Okay, so particular, if you see the table, okay, table 1 अगर आपने देखा तो टेबल 1 में पर्टिकुलर कंसेप्ट है. सो पर्टिकुलर का मतलब क्या है कि अगर स्टेटमेंट में सम या फिर सम नॉट ऐसा है यूज, तो कंक्लूजन भी सम और सम नॉट का ही होना चाहिए. कंक्लूजन कैनॉट बी ऑफ ऑल. ओके, for the time being, just write down these rules. We'll see the applications as we see the examples. The fifth rule is that if both premises are negative, then no conclusion can be drawn. Okay, so understand the difference between the the third hint, the third rule and the fifth rule. Third rule में क्या है? If one premise is negative, then the conclusion must be negative. लेकिन अगर दोनों premise का मतलब है स्टेटमेंट, अगर दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स आपके नेगेटिव है तो कंक्लूजन निकल नहीं सकता. ओके, नाउ सिमिलरली सिक्स्थ हिंट, इफ बोथ प्रीमाइसेस आर पर्टिकुलर. ओके, इसका मतलब दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स में आपको सम या फिर सम नॉट है तो भी आपका कंक्लूजन नहीं निकल सकता. ओके, एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट रूल, no term can be distributed in the conclusion if it is not distributed in the premise. ओके, सो इसका मतलब क्या है कि अगर स्टेटमेंट में अगर आपको क्रॉस आ रहा है किसी चीज पे, ओके, तो कंक्लूजन में उसका कन्वर्जन टिक में नहीं हो सकता. अगर स्टेटमेंट में टिक है तो कंक्लूजन में क्रॉस हो सकता है. ओके, let's understand the meaning in the from just by seeing the next few examples. Have you written down these rules?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very simple rules. First rule क्या है? 3 terms होने चाहिए. Okay, middle term should be distributed at least once in the premise. If one premise is negative, then conclusion also should be negative. Similarly, particular अगर statement है, premise है, तो conclusion भी particular होना चाहिए. And you can also remember these two, they are similar. If both premises are negative, then no conclusion can be drawn. If both premises are particular, again no conclusion can be drawn. Okay, I'm waiting. Just let me know when you are done. Okay, I have sent the photo of these rules as well in the group. You can keep an eye on them as well while solving. Okay, so let's see what we mean by all these rules and the tables. Okay, so the questions would be something like this. पहला statement आपको दिया जाएगा, all dogs are cats. Second is all cats are pigs. Okay, so these are the two statements given to you. Okay, so now for the betterment, I'll just put both the tables as well over here so that you can cross check. Now all dogs का मतलब all का मतलब क्या है? Just tell me. Is it universal affirmative or universal affirmative?
Universal affirmative.
Correct. Everyone has understood. Okay. So now universal affirmative के table में क्या है? There is a tick and a cross. Okay. Tick and a cross का मतलब, so we'll just use that over here. So dogs subject है, so उस पे tick आ गया, and cats predicate है, तो उस पे cross आ गया. Okay, I guess everyone has understood. Very simple technique. आपको सिर्फ ये table पता होने चाहिए, and then it becomes very simple. So now for the second statement as well, second statement भी all cats है, इसका मतलब universal affirmative है. That means it is also like this. Okay. Now what is the middle term over here? Cats. Okay. So now let's just focus on the 7 rules. First rule क्या है कि 3 terms होने चाहिए. Do we have 3 terms? Yes. Dogs, cats and pigs. Now middle term must be distributed at least once. Okay. Distributed का मतलब क्या है? टिक होना चाहिए. So 2 बार हमारे यहाँ है, cats यहाँ पे है और यहाँ पे है. We have 2 things. We have at least one tick. Tick का मतलब है distribution. Okay. Now let's see the third and fourth hint rule. Now are these two ये दो statements है, उसमें से कोई negative है क्या? Do we have a negative statement premise over here? No. We have a particular statement over here? No. So 3, 4 rules and 5, 6 as well. Because these are both universal affirmative, 3, 4, 5, 6 rule ये हमारा एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. सो व्हाट वी डू इज वेरी सिंपल. कैट्स मिडिल टर्म है, सो ये छोड़ दो. जो बाकी जो दिया है वो सिर्फ लिख दो. ओके, सो डॉग्स एंड पिग्स. ओके, अब ये टिक एंड क्रॉस कहां पे दिखता है आपको इस टेबल में? वेयर डू वी फाइंड टिक एंड क्रॉस?
Affirmative.
यूनिवर्सल
Universal
एफर्मेटिव.
affirmative.
करेक्ट. पहला रो है हमारा यूनिवर्सल एफर्मेटिव. ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाट आवर हिंट विल बी. टिक एंड क्रॉस है, सो टिक एंड क्रॉस यहाँ पे किधर है? तो इधर है. सो देयरफॉर आवर कंक्लूजन विल बी ऑल डॉग्स आर पिग्स. ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, sir.
ओके, नाउ ये उल्टा हम लिख सकते हैं. क्या देखते हैं नाउ? हमको दो स्टेटमेंट से क्या मिला है कि क्रॉस पिग्स है एंड टिक डॉग्स. ओके, नाउ क्रॉस एंड टिक यहाँ पे किधर आता है?
Particular negative.
पर्टिकुलर नेगेटिव. करेक्ट. नाउ बिकॉज नेगेटिव स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पे दिया नहीं है, सो देयरफॉर वी कैन नॉट हैव अ नेगेटिव कंक्लूजन एज वेल. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग. सो देयरफॉर ये टिक क्रॉस ही करेक्ट है and not this part. Okay, because both these statements are positive statements, it cannot have a negative conclusion. Okay, so therefore answer is all dogs are pigs. Okay, let's see the next one. Okay, these are the two statements. Can you tell me what will be the conclusion of this one?
No confusion.
Why no conclusion? Just see all the rules and the tables.
Some dogs are pigs.
Okay, very good, Siddhant. Some dogs are pigs. Anyone else? Any other conclusion? Okay, I'll just show how we got this. Now we have these two tables. All के लिए क्या होता है? Tick and cross. So I just wrote it like this: tick cross, tick cross. Now cats is the middle term, so forget about this thing. Just write down the other two things: dogs and pigs. Okay. अब दोनों तरफ क्रॉस क्रॉस किधर है? We have it over here. Okay. So particular affirmative you can see from this thing. Particular affirmative is over here. Okay. Others, are you understanding? Any doubts?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So यहाँ पे दोनों क्रॉस है. So you can say that it is some dogs are pigs, or you can also say some pigs are dogs. Both are valid. Okay. Have you understood?
Sir, but we didn't have any sum or
So
in
what?
sentences we didn't have any sum, right?
Pardon?
Uh,
Okay. Prajwal is
we are
asking,
not
can we
adding.
Okay, I can't hear you clearly.
Oh, sir, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, are we not breaking the rule 7 by adding sum in this sentence?
No. Now, what is the seventh rule? Just check. The seventh rule state that no term can be distributed in the conclusion. Distribution का मतलब क्या है कि टिक जो स्टेटमेंट में दो स्टेटमेंट्स में क्रॉस है उसका टिक नहीं हो सकता. नाउ इफ यू सी यहाँ पे भी सम है, सम का मतलब क्रॉस ही है.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so what the seventh statement means is that यहाँ पे pigs का क्रॉस है and dogs का भी क्रॉस है, so it cannot be that pigs का ये टिक हो रहा है. Okay, या फिर dogs का टिक हो रहा है. That is not allowed. Now coming to Prajwal's doubt, sir, can we conclude not all dogs are pigs? Okay, now as we said, जो पॉजिटिव स्टेटमेंट है उनका कंक्लूजन भी पॉजिटिव ही होना चाहिए. We cannot have a negative conclusion of positive statements. Okay, so therefore we cannot say that not all dogs are pigs. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, try this one. Okay, what would be the answer for this one? Okay, Siddhant, again you are making the same mistake. Be careful. Ameya and Siddhant, you are not following the rules. Check the rules. Check the rules. Now, what Siddhant and
Not
Ameya
valid.
have done? Pardon? I didn't hear you. I guess Siddhant was speaking. No conclusion. Correct? No conclusion will be the answer. Okay. So let's understand why. Okay. So all का ये है cross, tick cross and tick cross. Now this is a very common mistake. हम आप लोगों ने क्या किया यहाँ पे कि टिक टिक ले लिया. Okay, so dogs and pigs. Therefore, the first two students told me that the answer is no dogs are pigs. Okay, or no pigs are dogs. But this is wrong. Why is it wrong? Because the middle term cats. At हमारा second rule क्या है? That middle term should always be distributed in at least one. Okay, so it is not satisfying. दोनों में distribute नहीं हो रहा है. So therefore, the correct answer for this one is no conclusion. Okay, I guess the students who had got it wrong have understood now. Okay, moving forward. Okay, try this one. Okay, Siddhant has got it as some dogs are pigs. Okay, can it be some pigs are dogs? Okay, correct. So both are valid. Okay, now first statement tick cross आ जाएगा, second statement cross cross. Now the common term is cats. That means that is the middle term. It is at least distributed once in the first statement. So therefore conclusion आगे हम जा सकते हैं. Now दोनों तरफ cross है, so dogs and pigs are cross. So therefore we use the third row in the table. So therefore it can either be some dogs are pigs or It can also be some pigs are dogs. Okay, I guess everyone has understood this one. Okay, moving on. Okay, try this one.
No conclusion. No conclusion, sir.
Why? Do it carefully. Okay, Siddhant has got it. All dogs are pigs. Okay, is it correct? Others, what is your answer? Okay, so all dogs are pigs is wrong. Correct. Now, middle term cats hai. Okay, it is at least distributed once over here. So therefore, moving forward, we have dogs and pigs. अब ये दो टिक कहाँ पे है? दो टिक यहाँ पे आता है. So therefore, we can have two conclusions over here. The first conclusion is no dogs are pigs, or the conclusion, other conclusion will be no pigs are dogs. Okay. Have you understood? Some of you got it wrong, I guess. Ajay, have you understood?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so be careful. It is not that difficult. Just pay attention to the small tables and you will get the answers quite comfortably. Let's see the next one. Try this one. Okay, so,
No conclusion.
okay, I'll just clarify Apurva's. Sir, the second statement, why both are tick. Okay, now in the second statement, it is no. Okay, no का मतलब क्या है? No कहाँ पे आता है? You have universal negative. तो universal negative का क्या है? It is tick and tick. Okay, so that's why we put in in the statement you have it as like this. Okay, so coming back to this question, I guess someone told the answer. I guess Siddhant. Others try to solve this one. Okay, Shraddha, no
No
conclusion.
conclusion.
Okay, so finally Ajay is correct. No conclusion आ रहा है यहाँ पे. Correct. You can see here all के लिए क्या होता है? Tick and cross. And for some it is cross and cross. So you can see middle term is cats and it is not distributed in both the statements. दोनों तरफ cross है. Okay, you can see here. So therefore, no conclusion. Perfect. Solve this one. Okay, again no conclusion. Okay. करेक्ट. सो नाउ ऑल है, इसकी वजह से टिक क्रॉस. एंड दिस इज नाउ सम कैट्स आर नॉट पिग्स. मतलब ये पर्टिकुलर नेगेटिव टाइप का है. व्हाई पर्टिकुलर नेगेटिव? बिकॉज द वर्ड्स यूज्ड आर सम नॉट. यू कैन सी ओवर हियर some not. Okay, so cross tick. Again middle term is cats, which is दोनों statements में cross आ रहा है, therefore the answer will be no conclusion. Okay, perfect. Try this one. Okay, Siddhant's answer is different than the others. Apurva's answer is also different. Let's see. Okay, so now all, that means tick cross, and some not का मतलब है cross tick. Now the middle term is cats. Okay, which is distributed at least once, so therefore conclusion हम लिख सकते हैं, it is cross and tick. Okay, now cross and tick यहाँ पे किधर है? It is particular negative, इसका मतलब some not के लिए है. Okay, so therefore conclusion will be some dogs are not pigs. Correct. Okay, it would be some dogs are not pigs. Okay, everyone has understood this part. Now same thing अगर हमने ऐसा लिया, pigs पहले लिया and dogs बाद में, so that becomes tick and cross. So can I say that it is all pigs are dogs? Can I say all pigs are dogs also satisfies? No. Why no?
So all isn't there in the original sentence.
Okay, now यहाँ पे one of the statement is a negative statement. Okay, so because negative statement है, conclusion also needs to be negative. Okay, perfect Bhujang. Because one premise is negative, so therefore the conclusion also needs to be negative. So therefore the answer cannot be all pigs are dogs. Okay, understand these small things and you will get the answers correct. Okay, solve this one. Okay, what will be the answer for this one? Okay, let's see if we have any other answer. Okay, everyone is wrong. Everyone is wrong until now. Check again. Perfect. Isha Deshpande has got and Shraddha have got the correct answer. The answer is no conclusion. Now why is it no conclusion? पहले तो आप ऐसे कर सकते हो, लेकिन हमें क्या देखना है? both statements are negative. We have one rule in the 7 rules which we studied at the start. If both statements are negative, we cannot have a conclusion. Okay, perfect. So pay attention. Don't be in a hurry कि टिक टिक आ गया हमारा डॉग्स एंड पिग्स का एंड टिक टिक यहाँ पे है यूनिवर्सल नेगेटिव. सो द आंसर इज नो डॉग्स आर पिग्स. ओके, बिकॉज यहाँ पे दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स नेगेटिव है, वी कैनॉट हैव अ कंक्लूजन. ओके, सो बी केयरफुल इन सच सिनारियोस. Okay, solve this one. Okay, Siddhant, be careful. Siddhant, Yogesh, be careful. Shreyas Garud, be careful. Read the statements, read the rules. Correct. Again, Prasanraj Patil was the first one to give the correct answer. The correct answer will be no conclusion again. Okay, you can see here. ये तो हम कर सकते हैं, but if you see carefully, again both statements are negative. No and not. Whenever both statements are negative, you cannot have a conclusion. Okay, be careful. जिनका गलत आया है. I hope you understood. Okay, so be careful for further questions. So again, यहाँ पे no conclusion आएगा आंसर. Okay, solve for this one. Okay, no conclusion. Perfect, very good. Uh, Glad that everyone has observed here that. Okay, now. Okay, now Prasanraj is saying that cats are not distributed. That is one reason of no conclusion. Also, both statements are particular. Okay, if you observe, both statements are particular. That means starting with some. So therefore, again, this is also one reason that there is no conclusion for this one. Okay, what about this one? Okay, perfect. No conclusion again. Now both statements are not only negative, they are also particular, and also cats is not distributed. So therefore, we cannot have any conclusion for this one. Okay, now for the next question. just see the question. Okay, so now you have three statements for every option here. The options are PQRS given to you. Okay, the first two statements are statements. So you have to find out amongst PQRS in which does the third statement is the conclusion of the first two. Okay, have you understood the question? Okay, did you understand the question? What we have to do in this one? Okay, so find out over here. Okay, option B, that means you are saying Q and R are correct. Okay, let's see. Okay, first of all, tell me why is P wrong? How did you eliminate P over
Both
here?
negative.
Perfect. Now I'll just do it on the screen. Now, because both the statements are negative, conclusion हो नहीं सकता, therefore P is eliminated. So therefore options A and C cancelled out. Okay. So you have two options remaining, Q and R and Q and S. Okay. दोनों में Q कॉमन है, इसलिए हम Q टेस्ट नहीं किया तो भी चल सकता है, बट जस्ट अभी हम सीख रहे हैं, इसकी वजह से विल जस्ट चेक Q एज वेल. सम नॉवेल्स आर डिक्शनरीज. ओके, सम के लिए क्या होता है? फॉर सम इज इट क्रॉस क्रॉस और टिक टिक? डू यू रिमेंबर? Cross cross. Okay, correct. So for this thing it is cross cross, and for all it is tick cross. Okay, so now you can see here all dictionaries, dictionaries is the middle term and at least एक जगह वो tick है, so therefore that is correct. Okay, so now we have cross cross. Okay, cross cross का मतलब क्या है? It is valid for some, so therefore the conclusion is true. Correct. Q आ गया सबका सही. I guess everyone has understood why we got Q correct. Okay, moving on. Some loans are big and all investments are big. Okay, some loans are big. Some के लिए क्या होता है? Cross cross. And all investments are big. All के लिए होता है tick cross. Now in the first two statements, which is the middle term? The middle term is
Big.
big, but इफ यू ऑब्जर्व दोनों तरफ क्रॉस है, इसका मतलब इट इज नॉट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड, देयरफॉर R is wrong. We cannot have conclusion for R. Have you understood? So therefore by elimination,
So, but there's a third statement, right?
क्या हुआ?
There is a third statement in R.
Yes, third this is the conclusion. Like this thing, this is the first statement, this is the second statement, and this is the conclusion. First statement, second statement, conclusion. Like this. यहाँ पे सिर्फ this is not in this on the second line. That's the only difference. Same thing is applicable over here as well. Now all teachers are hardworking. Okay. Is it clear? R गलत है. Everyone understood? Or should I explain it once again?
No, sir.
Okay. So R is wrong. That part is correct. Everyone has understood. Now focusing on S. All teachers are hardworking. So tick, cross. All hardworking are intelligent. So hardworking पे tick, intelligent पे cross. So now this is a peculiar one. Glad that we have got it. So यहाँ पे हमारा क्या आ गया? Teachers का tick आ गया and intelligent का cross. Okay. Now this is very important. I had told you during the rules, 7th rule है शायद. Okay. 7th rule क्या है? No terms can be distributed in the conclusion if it is not distributed in the premises. Okay. So ideal scenario क्या होना चाहिए था? Ideal conclusion क्या होना चाहिए था? That all teachers are intelligent. Okay. Everyone agrees with this part? S.
Yes.
Okay. All teachers are intelligent. ऐसा होना चाहिए था. But हमें दिया क्या है? Some teachers are intelligent. Okay. So always remember, all teachers are intelligent means that यहाँ पे बेसिक कंसेप्ट क्या है? 7th रूल अगर आपने देखा तो वहां पे क्या दिया है कि स्टेटमेंट में अगर क्रॉस है तो उसका टिक नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन स्टेटमेंट में अगर टिक है जैसे यहाँ पे है टीचर्स, टिक का क्रॉस हो सकता है. सो देयरफॉर we can have like this as well. This is the only tricky part in syllogism. So teachers and intelligent, ये दोनों सही है. Okay, so cross cross कब आता है? When you have some teachers are intelligent. So therefore S is also correct. Okay, have you understood? Okay, I'll explain it. Pay attention. I guess you understood this part. All teachers are hardworking. So tick cross कर दिया हमने. Okay, and next statement में क्या है? We have tick and cross again. Hardworking middle term है, that gets distributed at least once. So therefore बाकी दो terms मैंने लिख लिए ऐसे, teachers and intelligent. So teachers पे tick है and intelligent पे cross है. Okay. Now always remember these are peculiar things and very commonly asked in exams. जब भी आपको स्टेटमेंट में ऐसे आता है टिक एंड क्रॉस, मतलब कंक्लूजन के लिए आपको टिक एंड क्रॉस आता है, then not only this is valid, all teachers are intelligent is valid, but also some teachers are intelligent is also valid. Okay. सेवेंथ रूल हमारा है कि अगर स्टेटमेंट में नॉट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है, इसका मतलब क्रॉस है, तो कंक्लूजन में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं हो सकता, इसका मतलब टिक नहीं हो सकता. ओके. बट अगर स्टेटमेंट में टिक है तो कंक्लूजन में दोनों हो सकता है, इधर क्रॉस हो सकता है या फिर टिक हो सकता है. दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव शोन योर. सम टीचर्स अगर लिखा तो क्रॉस हो गया, जो ओरिजिनली टीचर्स का टिक था वो क्रॉस हो गया, विच इज वैलिड, विच इज पॉसिबल. ओके, I'll give you an example, not directly, but you can understand what I'm saying. So अगर first state ये, I'll just show you. Okay, so all teachers are intelligent. Okay, I'll just do something parallelly. So अगर मैंने कहा कि A got distinction. Okay, now A got distinction. इसी का मतलब can I say that A has also passed the exam? Correct. A got distinction. So when I say A got distinction, it is not necessary to say that A has passed as well. It is understood. Okay. So uh, that's the closest thing which we can say for this concept. So remember this thing, and let's see. It's quite a rare question, लेकिन आईटी कंपनीज में आजकल ऐसे भी बहुत पूछा जा रहा है. So just remember this thing. Okay, let's see the last question from syllogism for today. Same thing, आपको बताना है कौन सा ऑप्शन सही है. Okay, any answers for this one? Option C. Okay, let's wait for others. Okay, I guess everyone is getting C. Isha is getting B. Okay, Siddhant is also getting B. Okay, let's see. Now let's pay attention and solve. First of all spades are black. So all के लिए tick cross, some के लिए cross cross. Okay, middle term is black, which is not distributed, so therefore P cancelled. Okay, I guess everyone agrees with this part. Moving on, some papers are magazines, so some के लिए cross cross, and all magazines are good, so tick cross. So middle term is magazines, which is distributed at least once. So now we have cross cross and some papers are good, which is perfect. So Q is correct. Okay. So Q is correct, but P is not. So P के दो options हमारे चले गए. Option A and option D is gone. So we have two options, B and C. Okay, some of you are getting B and some of you are getting C. Let's focus now. Now let's see this thing. No pen is yellow. Okay, so tick, tick, and some pencils are yellow. So cross, cross. So middle term is yellow. So conclusion will be between pen and pencils. Okay, so it is given टिक एंड क्रॉस नहीं होगा बिकॉज टिक एंड क्रॉस का मतलब होगा ऑल पेन्स आर पेंसिल्स. ओके, बट दिस इज नॉट वैलिड. इट शुड बी क्रॉस एंड टिक. पेंसिल्स का क्रॉस ओके पहले एंड इसका बाद में. ओके, सो पेंसिल्स क्रॉस टिक कब होता है? व्हेन वी हैव सम नॉट. सो सम पेंसिल्स आर नॉट पेन. So therefore, R is valid. Okay. So therefore, correct answer will be Q and R. Okay. Uh, some of you have got B. Did you understand? Okay. Pay attention here. I am explaining it again. Now, in the R statement, यहाँ पे पहला statement negative है. Remember, whenever negative statement है, conclusion negative ही होना चाहिए. Okay, that is one of our rules. So therefore, जब आप ये लिखते हो, तब ये possible ही नहीं है. Okay, because conclusion should be negative. So therefore, tick cross की जगह आप invert करके देखो. It is cross and tick, which is some pencils are not pen, which is given to you. So therefore, this one is valid. Okay, now some of you had given the answer as S as well. So we'll just check that one, why it is wrong. Okay, first of all, can anyone tell me why it is wrong? ये S wrong क्यों है? Very good, Chirag. Perfect. For S, one premise, जो पहला premise है, वो particular है. And in the rules we have seen that अगर premise statement particular है, तो conclusion भी particular ही होना चाहिए. But यहाँ पे universal आ गया. So therefore, S is wrong. Okay, so correct answer for this one is Q and R. Okay, I guess everyone has understood this topic. Okay, my advice would be to avoid using Venn diagrams for these type of questions because that is quite time consuming. Okay, so this method is quite fast if you remember a few things and you can solve it quite easily. Okay, now we will take the next one. Okay. Okay. Is the new screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So now the next topic which we are going to do today is progressions or series. Okay. Now What are the types of progression you know? AP, correct?
Arithmetic progression and geometric progression.
Okay, arithmetic progression and geometric progression. Perfect. These are the two most important things. There is another type known as harmonic progression as well, but we don't have any questions based on that generally. Okay, so we are going to focus on these two types of progression itself. Now, I guess many of you would have downloaded the formula sheet, which I had shared in the WhatsApp, which had formulae from many topics in aptitude. Have you
Yes.
received it? I had shared in the group itself, so you can download it. It has all these formulae. So the first thing which we are going to do in progression is arithmetic progression. Okay. Now arithmetic progression is basically the progression where the difference is constant between the terms. Okay. So difference is constant. So therefore, this type of progression is quite simple. So you can see the basic assumptions over here. The first term is assumed as A, common difference is D, nth term we can find out by this formula, hence Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. Okay, all these are there in the formula sheet itself. You can find it over there. Now the sum of n terms is given by. Okay, so this is again the formula. This is one formula, or we have the second formula which is much simpler. अगर आपको फर्स्ट टर्म एंड लास्ट टर्म दिए हैं तो आप आराम से ये निकाल सकते हो. ओके, विल सी द सिंपलेस्ट एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस थिंग. ये सही है या गलत है हम देख सकते हैं. ओके, व्हाट इज द एडिशन? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5.
50.
Addition is 15. Okay, so can we say that this series is a progression, arithmetic progression?
Yes.
Yes, because we have difference, common difference of 1. Okay, so you can apply this formula. Okay, or this formula as well. Okay, let's apply both the formulas. So n upon 2, how many terms we have? We have 5 terms. So 5 upon 2 into bracket 2a. Now a is the first term is 1. So 2 into 1, that is 2, plus n minus 1. So total terms हमारे पास अभी 5 है. 5 minus 1, 4 into d, that is 1. Okay, so solving this thing, you will have 5 upon 2 into 6, that is 15, which is our answer. Okay, we can also use this formula. Total terms 5 है. 5 upon 2 into bracket first term plus last term. First term क्या है हमारी? 1, last term है 5. The answer we still get is 15. Okay, I guess you have understood the application of this formula. Very simple application. Okay, now Tn is Sn minus Sn minus 1. This is also a very useful formula. Okay, so remember this as well. Okay, let's see. Try to solve this question.
Forty-four.
Okay, correct.
34. Sorry.
34. 34. Many of you have got the answer. Okay, 11th term. So आपको क्या निकालना है? T11. हमारा फॉर्मूला क्या होगा, a प्लस n माइनस वन दैट इज 10d. Okay, so first term is 4, difference is 3, so your answer will be 34. Perfect. Try and solve this one. Okay, 20. Let's see what others are getting. Okay, so we use the same formula of Tn. So 45 Tn, that is equal to A. A is what? 7 plus n minus 1 D, that is 2. Okay, so 7 goes on the left hand side. This becomes 38. 38 upon 2 is equal to n minus 1. So therefore n is equal to 20. Okay, perfect. Others, have you understood? Okay, very good. Keep it simple. The questions are not difficult. जो पहले हमने 3-4 फॉर्मूले दिखाए उसी का एप्लीकेशन है. Okay, now try to solve this one.
2 is first term and 4 is common difference.
Okay, 2 and 4, correct. Okay, form simple equations everyone. So ये 10th term है. 38 is the 10th term. Okay, so the equation which we can form is 38 is equal to a plus 9d, and यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 6th term 22 है, so that becomes a plus 5d. Okay, so subtracting we get 16 is equal to 4d, so d is equal to 4, and first term अगर d 4 है तो this becomes 4 5s are 20. Okay, so therefore a comes out as 2. Okay, others, have you understood? Any doubts, please ask, don't be shy. Okay, now try this one. Okay, Shreyas Garud has got the answer. A is equal to -8, D equal to 3, and N equal to 60. Okay, very good. Perfect. Okay, so how do we get this? Again, similar to last time. A plus 13D is equal to 31. A plus 11D is equal to 25. So subtract करेंगे तो यहाँ पे 2D is equal to 6. So that means D is equal to 3. Okay. Now D is equal to 3 है. अगर यहाँ पे substitute किया, you have A plus 39 is equal to 31. So therefore you have A is equal to -8, as many of you have got the answer. And we want to find out the number of terms. Okay. So now 37 is now ये हम orally भी कर सकते हैं. 14th term 31 है. Okay. Difference अब हमें पता है 3 का है. So 15th term 34 होगा and 37 will be the 16th term. ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं या फिर we can use this formula -8 plus n minus 1 d. D is 3. Okay. So -8 comes on this side. This becomes 45. 45 upon 3 is equal to n minus 1. So therefore 45 by 3 is 15 plus 1. You get the answer as 16. Okay. Try this one.
$500.
Okay. 500. Prasan Raj, yours is wrong. 44 नहीं आएगा. Correct answer will be 500. Correct. Okay. Okay. So we have to use the formula. So n upon 2, total terms 20 है. So sum becomes 20 upon 2 into bracket. The formula is 2a. Okay. A क्या है? First term दिया है क्या? 6. So 2a मतलब 12 plus n minus 1. N is 20. So n minus 1, that is 19 into 2. N minus 1 d. Okay. So therefore this is how your answer would be. So this becomes 10. Now 19 2s are 38, 38 plus 12, 50, 50 into 10, you get the answer as 500. Okay, correct. Prasan Raj, I guess you must have understood where you got wrong. Okay, try the next one now.
$78.
Okay, let's wait for others. Okay, Yogesh also has 78. Okay, so quite a few are getting 78. Now, arithmetic mean is nothing but summation upon the total quantity, that is 31. ऐसा आएगा या कैसे करेंगे? That's how we will do it. Arithmetic mean is nothing but average. Okay, so average हमने किया हुआ है concept, that is nothing but total upon the quantity. Okay, so first we find out the total over here. Total का formula क्या है? I guess now, is there any other way of doing it? The first term is 5. Okay, now the first term is 5. What will be the last term over here? Last term. Okay, first term is 3. Correct. Correct. And what's the last term? 153. Okay. So now arithmetic mean 3 plus 153 upon 2. So 156 upon 2, that is nothing but 78. Okay. So this is another way of finding out the arithmetic mean. आप लोगों ने भी ऐसे ही किया या any other way? Or you found out the summation and then divided it by 31? What was your way? Same thing. Okay, same as you. Very good. Sir, how is last term 153? Okay, last term we use the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. अब ये 31st term है. Okay, so n की value 31 आ गई. So A, that is 3. 31 minus 1 we have 30. 30 into difference is 5. यहाँ पे दिया है. So we get the answer as 153. Okay, Yogesh, ठीक है, perfect. Now try the next one. This is a bit tricky, so try to solve it. Okay, anyone with the answer for this question? Okay, 16, 22, 28, 34. Okay, Shreyas has got one answer. Okay, very good. Uh, so Shreyas and Yash have got the correct answer. Now, the fastest way of solving such kind of questions is in the assumption part. Okay. Now, Shreyas and Yash, what is the assumption which you have made? What was your first assumption? Can you share it with us? Okay, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 2D. Okay, very good. So Yash had assumed it the four numbers as A minus D. Okay, perfect. Now, Yash and Shreyas have different assumptions, but Shreyas's assumption is better for further calculation. Okay, now why is it better? Because uh, in Yash addition 2D भी रह जाता है. Okay, but in Shreyas's assumption, okay, I'll just show. So what Shreyas has done. So you have, if we assume the four parts as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. Okay, observe the assumption over here. Okay, A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. So basically हमने अब यहाँ पे common difference 2D assume किया है. This is a peculiar assumption, so pay attention to this part. Okay. Now why have we assumed it like this? Because यहाँ पे four parts किए हैं इसकी वजह से. Okay. Because it is four. इसकी वजह से यहाँ पे ये -3D आ गया है. यहाँ पे 4 है इसकी वजह से ये 3 आ गया है. So -3D and +3D. It gets cancelled out. -D and +D. It also gets cancelled out. So you can see over here. So -3D +3D cancel हो गया and +D -D cancel हो गया. You have 4A is equal to 100. Therefore, A is equal to 25. Okay. This helps us a lot in such kind of questions. Now you can form the equation. Next equation. अब हमें क्या दिया है? That the product of second part and third part is 72 more than the product of the other two parts. Okay. So इसका मतलब हमारा अब अगला इक्वेशन आएगा A minus D, A plus D. Okay. The product of second and third terms is A minus 3D, A plus 3D से 72 ज्यादा है. So this is the next equation which we get. Okay. So solving this further, I guess you know how to multiply this thing. This is of the form x plus y, x minus y, both these brackets. So not very difficult. So this on the left hand side you have a square minus d square, and on the right hand side you have a square minus 9d square plus 72. Okay. So a square gets cancelled. Minus 9d square comes on the left hand side, so you have 8d square is equal to 72. So therefore you have D is equal to plus or minus 3. Okay. Have you understood this part? So therefore the four terms what you have written down 16, 22, 28 and 34. Okay. Have you understood everyone? Okay. This assumption part is very helpful. So remember this thing. ये यहाँ पे even number है 4. इसकी वजह से assumption में आ गया आपका a minus 3d as the first term. Okay. अगर ये 6 parts होता, okay, if this had been 6 parts, so your assumption could have been a minus 5d, a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d and a plus 5d. Again d's will get cancelled out and that will be helpful for your further calculation. Okay. ये ऐसा क्यों है? Because this is a even number. Okay, let's see the next type of question now. Solve this one. Yes, has got the answer as 12, 15 and 18. Okay, perfect. Correct answer is 12, 15 and 18. Now over here, again your assumption will help you a lot. यहाँ पे 3 terms है. That means odd number है in arithmetic progression. In this case, you can assume the numbers as a minus d plus a plus a plus d. This is the first term, second term and third term. Okay. Now have a sum of 45. So this is 45. So ये दोनों d's cancel out हो जाएंगे. So a is equal to 45. So a is equal to 15 and a product of 3240. Okay. So now multiplying this thing, a minus d into a plus d. Okay, that is nothing but a square minus d square. A is now 15, so 15 square is 225 into 15 is equal to 3240. Okay, so now 3240 divided by 15 is, I guess, 216. Okay, so 225 minus d square is equal to 216. So d comes out again as plus or minus 3. Okay, so your answer is correct. Many of you have got the answer. 12, 15 and 18. Perfect. Okay, solve this one. Okay, Yogesh got the answer is 12. And what is the difference? What is the common difference you are getting? Okay, so in this way you get the answer as 12, correct? 60 upon 11 will be your difference, correct? Okay, very good. Now, how to find out the difference? Some of you might not have got it. Okay, so last term आपकी आ गई है 69. So your equation will be 69 is equal to 9 plus n minus 1. So n minus 1, n 12 है. So 12 minus 1, that is 11 d. Okay, so 9 इधर आएगा. You will have 60. Therefore, d is equal to 60 upon 11. Okay, perfect. Very good. Those who have not written down the answer, I guess you might have understood. I have solved it on the screen as well. Okay, solve this one. Shruti, check your answer. You're a bit wrong. Okay, 130. Correct. So 130 is your answer. Very simple. We have already solved similar kind of questions. Okay, so 20th term है मतलब a plus 27d is equal to 110. 17th term है मतलब a plus 16d is equal to 66. So subtract करेंगे तो 11d is equal to 44. So d is equal to 4. Okay, so d is equal to 4 अगर यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट किया इस इक्वेशन में तो 16 4 जा 64. So 64 minus होगा 66 में से. So you will get a is equal to 2. So your 33rd term will be 2 plus 32 into 4. Okay, 32 into 4 is nothing but 128 plus 2. You will get the answer as 130. Okay, perfect. One last question from AP. Solve this one.
Eight and one.
What? We want three numbers.
Hmm. It's 7, 8 and 9.
No, wrong. Okay. 6, 8 and 10. That is correct. Okay. First of all, मिडिल टर्म 8 तो आपको ओरली आ जाना चाहिए. ओके, सम ऑफ थ्री टर्म्स. सो आप whenever it is three terms that is odd, आपका assumption ऐसा होगा a minus d plus a plus a plus d, okay, is equal to 24. D gets cancelled out, so 3a is equal to 24. That means a is equal to 8. Okay, now sum of their squares is 200. Okay, sum of their squares. Okay, so now what are the squares? A minus d का square क्या है? I guess everyone knows the expansion, so that becomes a square minus 2ad plus d square plus a square plus a square plus 2ad plus d square is equal to 200. Okay, this is the square of a minus d, this is the square of a, and this is the square of a plus d. Okay, minus 2ad and plus 2ad gets cancelled out. A square add up हो जाएंगे 3a square. Okay, so we have 2d square on this side and we have 200 minus 3 into 64. Okay, so 3 into 64 कितना आता है हमारा? Multiply that thing. 64 into 3, so 192 आ जाएगा. Okay, so 8. So d square comes as 4. So d is equal to 2 plus or minus 2. So therefore your numbers become 6, 8 and 10. Correct? Correct. So Ajay and others, those who had got wrong, have you understood?
Understood.
Okay, so be careful. These are not difficult questions. Okay. So now moving on to geometric progression. Okay. Now again, similar assumptions. First term is A. Okay. जैसे algebraic progression में हमारा arithmetic progression में हमारा common difference था, वैसे geometric progression में हमारा common ratio होता है. Okay. Now same thing, Tn that is the nth term and Sn that means the sum of n terms. Okay. So Tn यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला है a into bracket r raised to n minus 1. ओके, जैसे पिछले वाले में अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन में था a प्लस n माइनस 1 इंटू डी, वैसे यहाँ पे n माइनस 1 इज इन द पावर. ओके, सो नाउ अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन का मतलब क्या है? तो 1 2 4 8 16. So this becomes, sorry, this is a geometric progression. This is known as geometric progression. Ratio is constant. Now ratio कैसे निकालते हैं? Ratio is nothing but T2 upon T1 is equal to T3 upon T2 is equal to T4 upon T3 and so on. Okay, so if you see 2 divided by 1, ratio is 2. 4 divided by 2, ratio is 2. Okay, so this is nothing but R. Okay, now how to find out the summation? The formula is over here. You will have two formulas. ज़्यादा difference है नहीं. Okay, pay attention over here. Basically addition है, तो because we need it to be positive, denominator positive आना चाहिए. So r की वैल्यू, अगर r मतलब रेशियो अगर 1 से कम है तो डिनोमिनेटर हो जाएगा 1 माइनस r. दैट मीन्स हमें पॉजिटिव चाहिए. सेम थिंग फॉर द न्यूमरेटर. जो नीचे है वैसे ही न्यूमरेटर में भी होना चाहिए. ओनली डिफरेंस इज न्यूमरेटर में इट बिकम्स r raised to n. Okay, we'll just check for this one. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8. Okay, so what is the application? Now यहाँ पे a हमारा है 1, r है 2 ratio. Okay, so what is the sum of terms? Okay, now ratio is 2, that means it is greater than 1. इसका मतलब हमें ये फॉर्मूला यूज करना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो नाउ टर्म्स कितने हैं हमारे पास? 4 टर्म्स है. ओके, सो एस एन फॉर्मूला क्या है? ए हमारा है 1 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय आर रेज टू एन. सो 2 रेज टू 4. 2 रेज टू 4 मतलब कितना है? 16. 16 माइनस 1 अपॉन यहाँ पे r minus 1, that is 2 minus 1. So you can see the answer. The answer is nothing but 15. Okay, is it clear, the application? Everyone, have you understood the application of geometric progression? Okay, now you can see ये addition करेंगे तो भी आपका addition 15 ही आएगा. Okay, we will just reverse the numbers. 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. ओके, सो यहाँ पे अब हमारा फर्स्ट टर्म क्या हो गया? फर्स्ट टर्म इज 8. ओके, एंड नाउ यहाँ पे r हो जाएगा हमारा 1 अपॉन 2. ओके, n is still 4. Okay, now because r is 1 upon 2, that means it is less than 1. ये फॉर्मूला यूज होगा. ओके, सो लेट्स यूज द फॉर्मूला नाउ. समेशन ऑफ n टर्म्स इज इक्वल टू ए. ए क्या है हमारा? 8. ओके, सो 8 इंटू, आप ये हाफ को 0.5 भी कर सकते हो अगर आपको वो आसान लग रहा है, बट यहाँ पे r रेज टू n निकालते वक्त दिक्कत हो सकती है. ओके, सो इट इज बेटर टू कीप इट एज 1/2 itself. ओके, सो 1 माइनस 1/16. ओके, अपॉन, यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 1/2. Okay, so this 2 goes in the numerator. This becomes 16 into, now solving this thing, you get it as 15/16. 16 gets cancelled out. You still get the answer as 15. Okay, so in this way you get the answer as 15. But we have seen both application of this formula as well as this formula. Okay, so remember this one. Now the peculiar thing in geometric progression is that यहाँ पे सम ऑफ इनफाइनाइट टर्म्स भी हो सकता है. ओके, नाउ व्हाई डू वी गेट सम ऑफ इनफाइनाइट टर्म्स? ये कब हो सकता है? इट हैपेंस ओनली व्हेन r इज लेस देन 1. ओके, तभी हमें सम एक्चुअली हम वी कैन एक्चुअली फाइंड इट आउट, बिकॉज r अगर ग्रेटर देन 1 है, ओके, देन सम कैनॉट बी फाउंड आउट बिकॉज वो इनफाइनाइट ही हो जाएगा. ओके, व्हाई? बिकॉज लेट्स से फर्स्ट टर्म 1 है, अगला टर्म 2 है, 4 है, 8, 16 and so on. You can see that the numbers are going on, they are getting bigger and bigger. So addition will also be quite big and it will be infinite itself. But अगर नंबर ऐसा है 8, 4, 2, 1, 1/2, 1/4 and so on, you can see the value is decreasing. Okay, so इसका sum of infinite terms हम निकाल सकते हैं. Okay, so how we do it is very simple. A first term क्या है? It is 8. Okay, 8 upon 1 minus r. R हमारा है 1/2. So 1 minus 1/2, that is 1/2 itself. So that goes in the numerator. हमारा आंसर आ जाएगा 16. Sum of infinite terms. Remember this concept as well. The answer you can get is 16. Okay, is it clear? Shall we move on to the next part? So this is the basic theory. We will just move to the next part. Okay, solve this one. Okay, perfect. So we can get it by our simple formula. T7 is equal to A into R raised to 6. So A हमारा 6 है, R is 2, so therefore we get the answer as 384. Perfect. Solve this one.
130.
कितना आ रहा है? 124. That would be correct. Okay, so it would be like this, as I've shown. Okay, sum of five terms. Okay, so sum of five terms is equal to, now r is less than 1. Okay, so therefore denominator में आ जाएगा 1 minus r, that is 1 by 2, and यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 1 minus r raised to n. Okay, n 5 terms है, इसकी वजह से 2 raised to 5 आ गया यहाँ पे, that is 32. Okay, so solving this, it becomes like this. Answer is 124.
So the formula had 1 plus r raised to n at the top, right?
Pardon?
The formula had 1 plus r raised to n at the numerator, right?
No, minus. Both are minus. Okay, you can see the formula. It is minus in numerator as well as denominator. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try this one. Okay, you can write down this another formula which can be used for geometric progression. Okay, from this thing you can easily find the value of r. Okay, so अब हमें sum of terms क्या दिया है? It is given to us as 624 by 100. R हमें पता नहीं है, so this becomes r upon 25 minus 5 upon r minus 1. Okay, so now you can cross multiply. Okay, so cross multiply करेंगे तो आपका आ जाएगा, you can write it down over here, 624 r minus 624 is equal to 4r minus 500. Okay, so solving this, 624 इधर आ गया तो ये 124 हो जाएगा शायद. And this becomes 620 r. Okay, so solving this, r is equal to 1 upon 5. Okay. Okay. Have you all understood this formula as well? The application of this formula.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One last question, and then we'll stop. Try to solve this one. Okay. 2, 8, and 32. Correct. Now, understand, यहाँ पे भी assumption helps you a lot. So your assumption यहाँ पे क्या हो सकता है? It could be a upon r, a, and ar. Okay, always remember your assumption should be in such a way that your calculations become easy. Okay, so now if these three numbers are multiplied, r gets cancelled out and product is 512. So a cube is 512, that means a is equal to 8. Very simple, you can get it orally as well. Okay, now इन तीन numbers का addition आपको 42 आ रहा है, उसमें से 8 हमें पता है. So now you have a upon r, basically 8 upon r plus 8 plus 8r is equal to 42. Okay, so 42 इधर आ जाएगा, so 34. Okay, and solving this, you can get a quadratic equation. So this becomes 8 plus 8r square is equal to 34r. Okay, so quadratic equation आप बना सकते हो. Will it be correct? So 8r square minus 34r plus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, इधर आप reduce करके solve कर सकते हो, but eventually आपका आंसर आ जाएगा r is equal to 4 or 1 by 4. Okay, so your answers come out as either 2, 8, 32 या फिर 32, 8, 2. It's the same thing. Okay, so these are the two topics which we did today: syllogism and progressions and series. I guess both topics are quite clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll stop here for today. Tomorrow would be our last lecture. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be doing data interpretation. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Okay, So see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, sir.